So good afternoon, everyone. This afternoon, we're looking at a practical session on technical analysis. In the last class on Monday, I believe you looked at uh, introduction to technical analysis. You looked at trends, retracement, continuation, reversal, and trend line. Now, today we're doing the practical version of that Monday training. So I'll just go briefly a summary of what was done on Monday. Then we'll go straight into what we have today. Just a second. Um, okay, please, as you're joining the class, make sure you mute your device. I can see more people are joining us. Make sure your device is muted. All right. So Monday class, you add characteristics of price movement, which is trend. Trend is tendency of price to move in a particular direction over a period of time. And it can be either long-term or short-term. Trend can be uptrend, downtrend, or sideways. So these are the three types of trend. And you looked at uptrend as a series of higher highs and higher lows, a downtrend as a series of lower highs and a lower low. And also you looked at the sideways or the range of consolidation where price is bound between a resistance and support. Kindly mute your device as you join this class, please, so that you don't cause distraction. And you moved on to uh, trend line. Okay, I'm not sure if you took trend line, but then I'll look deeply into it today. We're going to look at trend line, all right? And trend line, on the other hand, is a line that shows us the direction of where the market is going. You know, an uptrend line shows us if the market is going in the uptrend direction, and a downtrend line shows us when the market is going in the bearish direction. All right, so with that being said, I'll flip over now. Okay, I think we also need to look at the other characteristics of price aside trend. I only talked about trend. There's a trend, there is retracement. There is retracement, and retracement is a temporary movement of price against, its original direction. And there's continuation. Continuation is price after a retracement. Price goes in its original direction. In this case, where you are seeing on the screen, price is originally in a downtrend, then it enters consolidation and it continues. Continuation means that price continues in its original direction after a retracement. And the last on the list is reversal. Reversal is a complete change of trend from uptrend to downtrend, or from downtrend to uptrend. That is complete reversal. Is a major change of trend. All right, so we're going to look at the practical side of all this. So at this point, I'm going to flip over to my MetaTrader platform for us to check out all this that I've just listed. I'll be using the Euro USD as my base currency for this. All right. So this is Euro USD. In an uptrend, we say that price is trending up. Now you can see on the screen here, price has been in an uptrend on the Euro USD for some time now. The market has been in an uptrend. Earlier on, the market was in a downtrend. So in an uptrend, we are only looking at buying a currency pair. In a downtrend, we're looking at selling. Uptrend means price is rising higher. And the other thing about uptrend is that price makes a series of higher high and higher low, higher high and higher low, higher high and higher low, and on like that. While on the other hand, in a downtrend, price makes a series of this is a lower high and lower low, lower high and lower low, lower high and lower low, and on like that. So we can see practically what we have done in terms of theory the other time. Again, same Euro USD at this point here, price was in an uptrend. We had an uptrend. I'm trying to admit more people. People are still joining. All right. So here, price was in an uptrend. Again, in an uptrend, it makes a series of higher high and higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now, in this scenario here, we said price does trend retracement, continuation, and the last one is reversal. So as price is going in an uptrend, the overall trend here is bullish. This is trend. This is a retracement. Continuation means that price goes in its original direction after experiencing a retracement. Retracement, continuation, retracement. Then at this point, price did not continue higher. It didn't break out higher again, but rather what happens? We experience a reversal. Trend, retracement, continuation, retracement, continuation, retracement, continuation, then at this point, reversal. Reversal is a complete change in direction from uptrend to downtrend, or the other way around, from downtrend also to uptrend. We scroll back again and try to identify some of this. Now we've looked at trend. Now we said also one of the types of trend, we said price can either go uptrend, downtrend, or sideways. Sideways is when the market is in a consolidation. Consolidation means that the price is bound in between a resistance and support. Is bound within a resistance and support. This point here that I just marked with a rectangle box is showing us a range, a consolidation. A consolidation was experienced over there. Let's scroll back into the past. Here again, we can see another consolidation. We said a consolidation means the direction of the price or the market at that point in time is not clear. The market is not having a definite direction whenever price experiences a consolidation. Again, this is another consolidation I'm about to mark. This is another consolidation. It was neither buying or selling. Earlier on, it was in an uptrend. When it experienced a consolidation, and price broke out into a downtrend. So you will always see the three types of trend. You see the uptrend, the downtrend, the sideways, and you will see the other characteristics of price: trend, retracement, continuation, and reversal. All this happens in the market. And having an understanding of each of these, types of trend and even characteristics of price makes you a better trader. It makes you to be better informed about what you are doing in the market. So sometimes it can help you to know when to buy, when to sell. It also can help you to know, sometimes it looks like the market is going against you. But if you understand what is happening, you can take your decision better. For example, if the market is experiencing a retracement, now this is an uptrend on Euro USD at this point. A smart trader knows that this point movement here is a retracement and price will still continue. So if market goes against you and it's a retracement, you are a bit confident that price will still go in your direction up until you get to a point where the market is experiencing a complete reversal. You don't have any cause for alarm. Like here now, here we have a resistance here. Price earlier on was in an uptrend, then it got to a resistance level from where the market experienced a reversal. Every good trader knows when price cannot break out above a resistance level or a support level that the market is getting ready for reversal. So reversal often happens when price could not clearly break out above a resistance or support level. Yes, there are some other indicators that can also be used, but I'm focusing on that, for now. And reversals do happen in the market. Let's look at the Euro USD again on a bigger time frame. This is the weekly time frame. We can see here clearly that there was a reversal. a downtrend, and a reversal. Price moved downtrend and a reversal. Reversal is complete change in trend. Once the market changes completely in direction, that's a reversal. So if you're on a trade where the market has reversed against you, to be honest, it's a losing trade. You might just have to close it and move on to the next trade. Never feel sad when you have to close the trade. It's part of trading. And that's why one of the best things you need to know as a trader is to identify reversal points so that you can use them to your advantage, not that they are working against you, so that you know that you are looking for opportunities to sell when price has hit a resistance level, or you're looking for an opportunity to buy after price has hit and is bouncing off a support level. Now we'll look at trend lines. What are trend lines? Trend lines are lines from the word trend. Trend in technical analysis simply means direction. That is what trend is all about. Now we say in technical analysis that the trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. And this is very important for you to know. As a trader, you don't trade against the trend. Rather, you ride the trend, for you to enter into profit. You don't take a decision whether you want to buy or sell. That's not your decision. Your decision as a trader is to know where the market is going. That is the trend of the market. Then you follow the market to where it is going. You follow the market on a ride that takes you into profit. Um, just a second, please. All right, I'm back. So I'm going to show you how to identify, how to draw trend lines. All right, so how can we draw trend lines? From the word trend line simply means the line showing us the trend, the line that can point us into the direction of the market, that can give us insight into where the market is going so that we can follow the market to where it's going, hopefully follow the market to profit. Now, this is Euro USD. This chart is a past chart, it's a past data from 2022. Precisely, this chart came up in the market, at the beginning of the Russian-Ukraine war, and Euro USD began to trend downwards. So, as a trader, how do we draw trend lines? We draw trend lines by first identifying in an uptrend, you identify higher highs and higher lows. In a downtrend, you identify lower highs and lower lows. So let's go about that now. Here we can see there is a lower high, 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 a lower high. Then we'll come over to our tool section here. And look at this place I'm circling up there. That's the trend line tool. The trend line tool is a slanting line. The vertical line tool is, vertical, horizontal is horizontal. Trend line is slanting, meaning it's bent. Now I'll come over there now and click, okay, I've closed. Let me draw this again. So I'll click on the trend line tool and I will draw the trend line tool to connect the lines. I'll remove the circles now. Now we can see here that we have a perfect trend line that pointed us to the direction that the market was trending downwards. In a downtrend, price is trending downwards, and all we have to do in a downtrend is look at an opportunity or look for an opportunity to sell the market to profit. That's what we do in a downtrend. In an uptrend, we look at an opportunity to take a bullish trade. Buy trade for uptrend, sell trade for downtrend. Now, there's something you need to know about trend lines. Just a second. There's something you need to know about trend lines. Now, you need two lower eyes to identify a trend line. By the time price touches the trend line the third time, it's an indication of a trading opportunity. It means that line is now established and can now be used as a point to pick trades. Not only that, in a downtrend, it means that each of these lower eyes, as you can see, they also represent resistance levels. And if you understand, if you've taken the class on resistance support, you know that at a resistance, we're looking for an opportunity to sell. At support, we're looking for an opportunity to buy. So for trend lines, when price touches the trend line the third time, it's an indication that the market is getting ready for a ride. From the third time, you can look for an opportunity to sell, to sell, to sell, to sell, and also finally to sell here. So a downtrend gives you that opportunity to look for bearish trades in the market. And it can be very, very powerful. It's one of the tools we use right here at PU Prime when we're analyzing the market for our clients. So don't take this lightly. This can just change the game for you. If you are a trader who is yet to be profitable, just make sure you watch this video over and over again so that you can understand this concept that I'm sharing with you this afternoon. So this incident, like I said, happened in 2022. And from the third time price touched the trend line, we can see that price began to drop. Here, it dropped to the tune of 349 pips. The next one, price dropped to the tune of about 587 pips. The third one, price dropped to the tune of about 354 pips. The next one here, price dropped to the tune of 448 pips. This is a downtrend. Now, see something very insightful here. At this point here, now all this I'm showing you is actually on the daily time frame. You can draw your trend lines on higher time frames or lower time frames. But if you want to understand the direction of the market, now I'm not teaching entry in this class, I'm only showing you direction. Direction is very important. If you want to understand the direction of the market, look at the higher time frames. Look at the daily time frame, look at the weekly time frame. They give you a clear insight into where the market is going. Now, price trended downwards up to this point. Then at this point here, there was a breakout. Now, like I said earlier, in a downtrend, price trends downwards, but it's possible for price to also break out either above or below the trend line. A breakout means that price, in this instance, in a downtrend, price broke out from the downward side to the upside. It made a clean break away from the trend line. There was a breakout, a retest. Most of the time after a breakout, there is likely going to be a retest. Price broke out, retested the trend line, and continued in the opposite direction. This, in its own way, is what we call reversal. Reversal from downtrend to uptrend. Meaning, if you've been looking for opportunity to sell earlier, from this region upwards, market has reversed from downtrend to uptrend, you cannot continue to look for a sell again. Rather, you start looking for opportunity to buy. because there's now a reversal in the market, reversal from downtrend to uptrend. Now I'm going to show you examples of pairs where this has happened in recent time. I'm going to look at gold. Now this is gold on the daily time frame. If you joined our analysis, I think that was last week thereabout, we gave a forecast especially on this one. On the daily time frame, gold has been trending higher. That price made a series of higher lows. From the third touch, what did I say? Can look for opportunity to buy. I remember this particular one, candle hit this place. I give an outlook of a bullish breakout, and within a matter of a day or two, gold hit about 500 pips. Now, on Monday, price hits gold at this area, also on the support level. And I gave a forecast of a bullish breakout, and gold went as high as over 500 pips. Just using trend lines. Sometimes you'll be combining with support and resistance if it's available. But here we're just looking at trend line. So you can use this a lot to your advantage as a trader, riding the trend, using the higher time frames to position yourself effectively in the market. Next, I'll look at AUD/USD. Now, in this case also, don't forget, on a general note, in line with what we're doing today, gold has been on an uptrend, retracement, continuation, retracement, continuation. Each time it's going bullish, it's a continuation because that's in line with the overall trend. Retracement again, continuation, though this is actually giving a kind of a resistance. Retracement, well, we're looking at the possibility of gold breaking above this resistance level to continue trending higher, all things being equal. Please take note, I'm not giving a signal now, I'm teaching. So I didn't tell you to take a buy. This is purely analysis. I mean, purely training on trend lines. All right. So check AUD/USD. Now look at AUD/USD. This is the weekly time frame for AUD/USD. Price has been trending down. You can see lower high, lower high. Again, the third time price touched the lower high, you can see a massive bearish movement. Again, price touches a massive bearish movement. Now, where price is as of today, it's just there. But I strongly believe if price will trend up a little and it hit this trend line, we may see a further bearish movement on AUD/USD. So here it is downtrend. Price has done a series of, this is a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and on. Possibly, if it hit that resistance, I mean that trend line, they have another lower low. All right, we check USD/CHF. All right, so this is USD/CHF on the monthly time frame. Here, price is making a series of lower lows here. Here we can see the third time price trended up, and in recent time also price, and we expected a bullish movement. I gave this as an analysis yesterday, telling us to expect an inverse head and shoulder, which will lead to a bigger move in the bullish direction. Okay, so I'll take the last one now. We have some minutes to go. And that'll be the same Euro/USD, just what we can see on the USD/CHF. We can see the opposite of it on the Euro USD. We can draw our trend line to connect lower highs. You can see the first touch, the second touch. From the third touch where the candlestick is for this month, you might also anticipate a bearish movement on the Euro USD. All right, that's going to be all this afternoon on our practical session on trends and trend line. We've looked at the characteristics of price, which is trend, retracement, continuation, and reversal. We've looked at types of trend, uptrend, downtrend, sideways. And we've looked at how to draw trend lines and how to use it to our advantage to understand market movement and position ourselves for good trading opportunities. At this point, if you have a question, you can go ahead and type it in the comment section, or you can unmute your microphone to ask. Don't forget, we're having NFP live trading tomorrow by 1:15 p.m. You see the flyer in your WhatsApp group. Make sure you join us. 1:15 will go live. Around 1:20 we'll drop the signal, while the data will be released by 1:30 p.m. Now, if you're on the platform this afternoon, maybe somebody shared the link with you. You don't have an account with PU Prime, just go by straight away right now and click on the link I'm dropping in the comment section, www.puprime.com, and open a live trading account so that I can enjoy a lot of the goodies we're dropping at PU Prime. And if you are yet to be a part of the 5X group, you're missing a lot. You're leaving a lot of money on the table. Reach out to your account manager to guide you to be a part of the 5X group, where we drop quality signals that is aimed at taking your account to 5 times what you have there initially. All right, so the floor is open for questions, and after which we'll round up this session. And I also encourage you, after this class, the link will be dropped in our WhatsApp group. Do make sure you watch it over again and start implementing what you learn in this training session. All right, in the absence of any question, we'll come to the end of this training session. When next we drop the link for another session, which is the next member of online class, do make sure you join to learn how to do this. Take care and do have, and to enjoy the rest of the day. Bye-bye.